Well, there's been a call to both players, and it's Birdie who's responded. No, he just was all comparatively dead in the last 2 points.
It's like a hot water bottle.
Suffering with my somewhat different sense of humor, my low pain threshold, and my alternative dancing skills. I love you for this and a whole lot more. I love you for your sense of daring and adventure. I clearly remember you leaping over the barrier of that dangerously high waterfall we went to see when we were on our honeymoon. When I asked you what you were doing, you simply said you were going to have a better view. I love your curiosity. When we lived in Atlanta, you wanted to know what would happen if you held on to the coin you were offering to an organ grinder's monkey in the mall. The monkey pinched you until you let go. Your stalking skills are the best, whether it was Hugh Laurie in Norwich or Joan Collins in Saint-Tropez. And then there was that incident in Paris when you were having a laugh with George Clooney at the bus stop. Married life hasn't always been easy for either of us, but we are both the better for it. The tests and trials we've experienced have not weakened our love. Conversely, they have strengthened it. Through the hard times, we've been able to have a laugh, and I particularly remember our first trip over here when we came to visit, and meeting your great Aunt Dolly. And Ruth's Aunt Dolly was quite a cantankerous great aunt, as great aunts go, I guess, I don't know, but she was in her 90s, and Ruth had had an operation when she was pregnant with Stephen, and they had to remove one of her ovaries. And so Aunt Dolly was telling Ruth that from that point on, that she would only be able to have boys. And Ruth was saying, no, Aunt Dolly, that's not how it works. It's not the ovary that determines it. And Aunt Dolly was a bit deaf, so Ruth was having to talk rather loudly in this nursing home about the whole sex thing. And she said to Aunt Dolly, no, Aunt Dolly, it's not the ovary that determines the sex. It's the sperm. She's going, the what? The sperm determines the sex. Well, I don't know about that, because after that we went on to have 3 more boys, so it looks like Aunt Dolly was right after all. So, I wouldn't trade our life together for anything this world could offer. It's simply the best, and the most awesome thing about it is that it just keeps getting sweeter every day. Speaking of which, I've always loved calling you honey, and you know that upon returning home, I have always enjoyed calling out, honey, I'm home! Simply because it's so great to be home with you. I'm looking forward to spending the rest of my life with you. I love you. And I also just want to take this opportunity to thank my family, my 4 wonderful sons, and the extended family, and the church family, and all of our friends that are gathered here. We really love you, and we thank you so much for your support for us over the years, whether you've noticed a long time or just we perhaps going to meet today. It was kind of freaking me out a little bit when I realized that most of the people here didn't exist when we got married. But we're so glad that you're able to join us for this.
Yeah, just echo that. Thank you so much for everyone who's come tonight, and just, I guess, thank you so much to our boys and Beck and Kate. We just, love the fact that our family's expanding very soon, and we're so grateful that you're going to be part of our family too. So thank you, boys, and thank you, girls. And just thank you, church family, for kind of loving us and continuing to love us even when we get things wrong and don't do things the right way. We just thank you for your love and your support over all the years. It's been a great journey so far.
be my wedded wife, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from that day forward until we are parted by death. And today I reaffirm that solemn vow.
Jamie, on the day of our marriage, I took you to be my wedded husband, for better, for worse, for richer, for poorer, in sickness and in health, to love and to cherish, from that day forward until we are parted by death. And today I reaffirm that solemn vow.
Now I suppose if I was an ordained priest or something, I'd say they're now married or remarried, but we're going to do something different. We're going to invite the church family to come up and pray. Oh, oh dear, I've practiced it so well. We can edit that for the podcast. Jamie and Ruth are now going to repeat a vow that they took on their wedding day from the book of Ruth, chapter 1, verse 16. So you're going to repeat after me. Entreat me not to leave you.
Entreat me not to leave you.
Or turn back from following after you.
Or to turn back from following after you.
For wherever you go, I will go.
Wherever you go, I will go.
And wherever you lodge, I will lodge.
And wherever you lodge, I will lodge.
Your people should be my people.
Your people shall be my people.
And your God, my God.
And your God, my God.
Now, I might have given away the surprise. Oh, you can now kiss the bride. So now as a church, we're going to pray for Ruth and Jamie in the traditional regen style. So if you do want to pray for Ruth and Jamie, if you want to come up.
Is that how you're filming?
To come on the pitch and to play. I mean, it was so embarrassing. My dad didn't even know how to take kickoff. For some reason, someone decided to let my dad take kickoff. They had to take it 4 times. No, that's true. 4 times before.
And then my dad has basically got springs on his feet. He's jumping all over the place. He even sings. He's the most annoying songs. Like, I have to barricade and soundproof my room so I don't hear him. Like, he's like, drip, drip, drop. It is so different. And, you know, but it works. And I think that is just the God thing. It's a miracle of God, praise the Lord. Yeah, I really do, you know, appreciate them and how they've contributed to my life. And they've taught me how to have a real love for life and to kind of experience everything and get the most out of the day. And I think that's what, you know, I really appreciate. And when we were younger, they would force us to go on walks, and I just hated it so much. Every Sunday, like, they were like, come on, you're going to go on a walk, go hiking and everything. It's like, oh, this is the last place I want to be. But now, I take Kate along with me. I love her so much, and she's like, oh, I feel so grown up. We are wholly His. We will be ourselves more than ever.
My parents have, when I was born, because they were, Ben and Stephen, they failed to make him happy. Me and my parents were really close. We talk about everything. Me and my dad, we go on and talk about body hair, BO. Whilst me and my mum, yeah, we talk about girls. That's it. So just realising that we don't actually talk that much. Because I'd rather be playing COD. But honestly though, they have been great
even though the times I've upset them and I know I've made them really sad sometimes, so it's been great that they still love me for who I am, and I really love them too.
What can we get my parents? It's got to be quite substantial. So we thought, well, maybe for my dad, get him, you know, we were going to get him a convertible sports car, you know, so he could go fast, break free, feel the wind through his... That's where we got the problem. So then we thought for my mum, oh, you know, what gifts should we get? And you know how these days you get a midlife crisis and you feel like, you know, you've got to be fit, you've got to get out there, you've got to do something. So we thought, well, why don't we get my mum a treadmill? We soon realised that was a bad idea. Okay. And then recently, as some of you may know, my mum and dad went to Turkey for, I think it was 2 weeks, something like that. I don't know, it feels like a month. And I'll tell you what, one of the biggest challenges ever, especially for me, Stephen and Sam. I mean, I lived off Cocoa Pops and I mean, all sense of control in the house, there used to be, completely gone. It was, and I'll tell you what, when my parents got back, it was like the liberation of a prisoner of war camp. I mean, I'm sure I lost so much weight. My ribs were showing. So, I mean, Stephen, being Stephen, had stashed away food. And me and Sam never saw that food. And also, Stephen and Kate, Mum and Dad gave us like some money to get food. Stephen and Kate go to Tesco. Where's the food? I still no food. But I guess that time really just showed like me and my brothers just how much we depend on my mum and dad, and I think that my parents have really been supportive of.
Oh, you can now kiss the bride.